Welcome to Sarasas Samut-Sarn School. This is Science M-3.
Hello everybody! Hello everyone! Hope you're all doing good today. Welcome to our class. My name is Teacher Carla Circulado, and today I will be teaching the subject. So if you are ready, you can bring out your notebook, your pen, and your books, and please pay attention. Let's begin.
Let us first read our vocabulary words. Please listen carefully as I read the first set of words. Damage, damage. Floods, floods. Erosion, erosion. Now repeat after me. Damage, floods, erosion. Very good. Now listen again as I read the second set of words. Greenhouse, greenhouse. Inhale, inhale. Fuels, fuels. Now repeat after me. Greenhouse. Inhale. Fuels. Very good. Now listen again as I read the third and last set of words. Unbalance, unbalance. Warmed, warmed. Methane, methane. Now repeat after me. Unbalanced, warmed. Methane. Very good. Now let's do our practice reading and spelling. Let's read and spell together. Greenhouse. G R E E N H O U S E. Greenhouse. Number 2. Erosion. E R O S I O N. Erosion. And number 3, floods. F L O O D S. Floods. Very good. Now let's do a review of what we talked about last meeting. We will review the effects of deforestation. We will talk about flooding, erosion, the greenhouse effect, and what causes of global warming. So if you are ready, let's continue. We already know what is deforestation. It is cutting of trees in a wide range or wide area. But what will cause this deforestation? What will happen to animals, humans, and on the earth? We will talk about that on our topic for today, the effect of deforestation. So if you have your books, open your books on page 24. Page 24, the effect of deforestation. Okay, let's start. If you can read after me. The deforestation is bad for the environment and humans. Very good. So cutting, deforestation, as we talk about, is cutting of trees in large area. It is really bad for the environment and for us humans. Okay, so we will talk about the effects of deforestation. First one is flooding. Everybody repeat after me. Flooding. Very good. Let's read the first bullet. Trees drink water using their roots. Just like other organisms like animals and humans, trees also drink water, and they're using their roots to drink. Okay? Next bullet. Deforestation can cause floods because there are fewer trees to drink of the rainwater. So if there is deforestation or cutting of trees, it will cause or it can cause floods. As you can see in this picture, there are few trees that is left in the area. That's why they cannot drink all the waters or the rainwaters. That's why it causes floods. But if there are more trees, they can drink all the water or the rainwater, and there will be no flood. Next, third bullets. Floods can damage farms, homes, and cities. Okay, as we can see in this picture, the floods are destroying or damaging the houses, the whole city. Now let's ask the question, what is the first effect of deforestation? Very good. Flooding. Okay, so how the deforestation causes floods? Very good. Deforestation causes floods because there are fewer trees to drink of the rainwater. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. The second effect, everybody repeat after me, erosion. Very good. So let's read the first bullet, repeat after me. Roots drink water and also help hold soil together. Very good. So we already know that roots drink water using their roots, right? And the roots are also good in holding the soil together. So the trees can keep its position in its place. But let's see what happened in this picture. Okay? Now let's read the second paragraph. When there are fewer trees, it is very easy for soil to get washed away by rainwater or blown away by wind. This is erosion. So when there is not enough tree that surrounds a tree or around this tree, the soil gets weaker. Okay? The soil can get easily washed by water if there are floods or raining, or it can be blown away by wind. If there is typhoon, like strong winds, it can fall down, like the soil gets weaker. As we can see in this picture, there are no trees around these trees, not much. That's why the soil gets deeper. Okay, gets weaker. Okay, and that is what we call erosion. Okay, next. Deforestation causes erosion. We know that because when there are not enough trees or the trees have been cut or killed, that there are no trees that supported each other to make the soil strong. Okay, the stem or the roots cannot hold the soil together because there are not enough trees. Okay, so let's go to the questions. What is the part of the plant that also helps soil hold the soil together? Very good. It's the roots. Okay, it helps hold soil together. So what happened to the soil if there are only few trees in the area? What happened to the soil if there were fewer trees? Very good. So the soil will get washed away by rainwater easily, or it can be blown away by wind. If there is strong typhoon, it will break down. And that is what we call erosion. Very good. Now let's move on to the next slide. The greenhouse effect. Everybody, the greenhouse effect. Very good. Now repeat after me. The atmosphere keeps Earth at just the right temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Very good. So our Earth has the atmosphere that keeps the temperature not too hot or not too cold, okay? So it's just the right temperature for us. They're the one responsible keeping the temperature just right. It's called the atmosphere. Okay, next bullet. Carbon dioxide is one of the gases that trap heat inside the atmosphere. Too much carbon dioxide, Earth becomes too hot. This is called the greenhouse effect. So we know that our atmosphere contains different gases. And one of those gases is called carbon dioxide. Okay, so this gas is the one that trap or keep the heat inside the atmosphere or keep inside the Earth. It says that too much carbon dioxide, Earth will become too hot. Okay, it will be too hot for us. And that is what we call, when the Earth becomes too hot, that is called greenhouse effect. Now let's ask some questions. What do you call the blanket of the Earth that keeps the Earth's right temperature, not too hot and not too cold? What do you call that? Very good. It's called the atmosphere. Okay. So, the next one. What is the greenhouse effect? Very good. So when there is too much carbon dioxide and the Earth becomes too hot, it's called the greenhouse effect. Very good. Now let's move on to the next slide. Let's read the first bullet. Repeat after me. Trees help the atmosphere in balance by inhaling carbon dioxide and exhaling oxygen. Very good. So as we know, the trees also breathe. Okay? So they inhale their carbon dioxide and they also exhale the oxygen. So trees help us absorb the carbon dioxide. Now let's read the second bullet. The Earth becoming too hot because of deforestation and carbon dioxide in the air. So it says that Earth is becoming too hot because there are fewer trees left on Earth because of deforestation or cutting of major or wide range of trees. Okay, because of that, there are fewer trees that can inhale carbon dioxide. And that's why carbon dioxide is too much on the atmosphere. That's why the Earth becomes too hot. Okay, let's read the third bullet. Global warming is the idea that the climate is changing and the world is getting warmer. So because of deforestation and too much carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, the Earth or the world is now experiencing a change in our climate. Okay, so that change in our climate and the Earth or the world is getting warmer, that is what we call global warming. Okay, so let's ask some questions. So how does trees breathe? What do they inhale and what do they exhale? Very good. So trees also breathe. They inhale carbon dioxide and they exhale oxygen. Very good. And the next question, what is global warming? Very good. So it is the idea that the climate is changing and the world is getting warmer. Very good, class. Now let's move on to our next slide. Okay, repeat after me on the first bullet. Scientists say the Earth has warmed up about 0.6 Celsius in the last 100 years. Very good. So scientists, they're the one studying about the global warming. They said that the Earth has become hotter or warmer in about 0.6 Celsius in the last 100 years. Okay, so the Earth has become warmer. Now let's read the second bullet. The rate of change is speeding up. 100 years from now, the Earth may well be as much as 10 degrees hotter. Okay, so the changes in climate is rising or speeding. It's getting faster. Okay, so they said, the scientists said, in 100 of years from now, the Earth will have 10 degrees hotter. Okay, so we can see some signs already in the world or in some countries. Caution, extreme heat danger. So there are places that really is very hot already. So they said in 100 years, it will be like 10 degrees hotter. It's very dangerous. Let's ask some questions. So, what did the scientists say? How much Celsius did Earth has warmed in 100 years, in the last 100 years? Very good. It warmed up about 0.6 Celsius in the last 100 years. How about in the next 100 years? What will be the degree in the next 100 years? How much hotter will the Earth? Very good. It will be as much as 10 degrees hotter. Very, very hot. Okay. What causes global warming? Everybody repeat after me. What causes global warming? Very good. So let's read the first bullet. Sunlight brings energy to Earth. Okay. So as we can see, the sun produces light and it brings energy or sunlight to Earth. Okay. Next bullet. Sunlight is absorbed by Earth's surface. Okay. So as we can see in the arrow, when the sun strikes on the Earth, sunlight will be absorbed by the surface of the Earth. Okay? The sunlight will be the heat. It will develop, or it will be, it is a heat. Okay? Energy, heat. It's very hot. It will be absorbed by the surface of the Earth. Now, let's see the third bullet. But atmosphere slows down the heat's escape. So, the atmosphere or the blanket of the Earth slows down the escape of the heat. So, as we can see in this picture, the sun produces the light, which becomes heat. It's being absorbed by the surface of the Earth. But some are also being reflected by the space, by the atmosphere. And some of the light or heat is trapped inside the atmosphere. Okay, so the atmosphere slows down the heat escape. Okay, so the atmosphere holds the warmth inside the Earth. Okay, let's have some question. So what happened when sunlight hits the Earth? What happens to the light or the heat? Very good. So some sunlight or heat is being absorbed at the surface of the Earth. Some are reflected back to the space, and some are held down in the atmosphere. Okay, now let's move on to our next slide. Okay, let's read the first bullet again. Repeat after me. The atmosphere is a mixture of many gases. Very good. So as we all know, that atmosphere is made up of different gases. In the last 250 years, the mixture of the gases has been changing. Okay? So the amount of methane and the carbon dioxide is increasing, or it's getting higher. Okay? So let's see what's in the picture first. So we have aerosols. Okay, it's coming from refrigerator or sprays. And we have the gasoline coming from vehicles. We have the methane that's coming from cattle or fertilizers. And we have the carbon dioxide, which is from the factories, okay, oil and coal. Okay, so together, they are releasing the greenhouse gases that is trapping or keeping the heat from the sun. Okay? So today, these gases are increasing. That's why the carbon dioxide or the heat in the atmosphere is rising. Okay, there's too much heat in the atmosphere. That's why the climate is changing. Okay, let's ask some questions. What is happening to the gases in the last 250 years? Very good. So in the last 250 years, the mixture of gases is changing and it's rising. It's been rising. Okay. Another one from global warming. Okay, let's read the first bullet. Methane and carbon dioxide trap heat more effectively than other gases. So these gases, methane and carbon dioxide, they are more to keep the heat from going out of the atmosphere. So they're keeping the warmth or the heat inside the atmosphere. Next bullet. They make the Earth's atmosphere act like the glass in a greenhouse. Okay. Next. It lets sunlight in but doesn't let heat out. Okay, so let's say that this is the greenhouse, okay? So, the sunlight can go inside, but the sunlight cannot easily go outside, okay? Because the gas won't let the warmth or the heat from inside to go out. So that's what's been happening inside our Earth. Now we will talk about our summary. We talk about the deforestation and effects of deforestation on Earth. Now let's see what we have learned today. So what do you call the cause when there are fewer trees to drink up the rainwater? What do you call the cause when there are fewer trees to drink up the rainwater? Very good. It's flooding. Okay, next question. What do you call the cause where soil is easily washed by water and blown by wind? What do you call the cause where soil is easily washed by water and blown by wind? Very good. Erosion. Okay, next question. What do you call the cause when gases trap heat inside the atmosphere, then Earth becomes too hot? What do you call the cause when gases trap heat inside the atmosphere, then Earth becomes too hot? Very good. It's called the greenhouse effect. So that is for our summary for this topic. Thank you so much, students. Good job. Thank you so much, students, for listening and paying attention. Don't forget to wash your hands, wear your mask, stay at home, eat healthy, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you all learned our lesson. Good job, everyone. Don't forget to watch the friendly reminders for your safety. See you again!
Thank you so much, students, for listening and paying attention. Don't forget to wash your hands, wear your mask, stay at home, eat healthy, and we will see you soon. Goodbye!